right. I believe we are live right now. And let me just make sure. Yes, we are live. So, おはようございます。I will be watching any comments on the live feed here. So if you have a question or a comment, feel free to type it below as you're watching. Feel free to share this video too anywhere on social media or a group or whatever. We're going to get right into it. So, let's finish up this lesson. I believe we are on lesson 14. Yeah, lesson 14. So let's start with section 2. 今どこですか?今どこですか?今 means now. So right now, どこ. どこ is the question word for where. Where? ですか is we end really most of our sentences with des. You could think of it as are in this case. The verb are, to be. Okay, and ka, when we end a statement in ka, it makes it a question. So, 今, now, どこ, where, ですか, are you? The you is implied in this case. So, where are you now? 今どこですか? This is a very, very useful phrase. If you don't know it, memorize it right now, put it on a flashcard, do something. Say it over and over and over again, because asking where someone is on the phone or on texting is very useful. 今どこですか?どこですか? So now we're going to talk about some locations, some location words. I have 4 locations up here. 前、後ろ、中、隣. Okay. 前、後ろ、中、隣. And you could probably tell by the pictures, right? 前 means in front of. So in front of, 前. 後ろ is the opposite. It's behind. So behind something, 後ろ. 中 means inside or in something, 中. And 隣 means next to. It can be either side, next to something, or neighboring something. Usually if you're talking about 2 different buildings, those are 隣. They are next to or, neighboring each other. So in English, when we want to specify a location, a relative location, normally we say like the location word first, and then the thing you're referencing that it is in reference to. So in front of the bank, right? Behind the car, right? In the box, next to the cat. I don't know, right? So in Japanese, it's going to be backwards, like it is with most things when compared to English. So instead of in front of the building, in Japanese, we say building in front of. Or the way I think about it is the building's front. Or if you're saying behind the car, it'll be cars behind. The cars behind. Really is how you're kind of saying it. Inside the box becomes the boxes inside, okay, or box inside. So this is kind of, you have to change your ordering in your mind when you're thinking about locations in Japanese. So here's an example, the word eki. We learned eki over the past, I believe, 2 weeks. We've been doing this transportation lesson. Eki is train station, right? Train station. And you have to connect your location words with no. No in Japanese connects 2 nouns together. So Location words, I guess, are considered nouns in Japanese. So you need no to connect them. So put in whatever location you want here or whatever place or thing. So eki in this case. No mae. So in front of the eki or the train station's front, right? Eki no ushiro. Behind the train station or the train station's behind, right? Eki no naka. So inside the train station, if you're going inside. Eki no tonari. So next to the train station or neighboring. Oh, sorry, I'm really tired this morning. Neighboring the train station. So these are just 4 location words. Of course, there's many more, but let's just stick with these for now. I'm going to skip over the activity really quick and go to our dialogue. Someone is asking, how can I find the lesson to download and print? So unfortunately, there is no place on the internet where you can find these PDFs and download and print them. We've had to, how do I say this? Scan it ourselves and use it like that. If you want, you can buy the book, but it's going to be, you could find it on Amazon, I believe. You could find the textbook Marugoto. If you search Marugoto A1 Katsudo, that is the textbook that we are using here. But once we get back to our physical classroom, we will continue to provide copies for you guys. Right now, there's no way, I think, for me to distribute PDFs of this because we scanned it ourselves. Good question, though. Let's do the dialogue here. We have 2 people talking on the phone. So let's start on the left. Moshi moshi, ima doko desu ka? Moshi moshi. So moshi moshi is a good phrase to know. This means hello, hello, but only on the phone. So when you answer the phone or if you call someone and they pick up, you could start by saying moshi moshi, moshi moshi, moshi moshi, right? Just like that. Moshi moshi, ima doko desu ka? Right? This is our key phrase for the day. Ima doko desu ka? Where are you right now? Where are you now? And the person over here says eki no mae desu. Eki no mae desu. So again, eki is train station. Mae means in front of, and we connect with no. Eki no mae, and des makes it polite ending. Eki no mae desu. I am in front of the train station. So then the person calling could say, wakarimashita, ima ikimasu. Wakarimashita. Wakarimashita means got it. I got it. Understood. Okay. Ima, now, ikimasu. I will go. So this is the verb to go in the polite form. Got it. Now I will go. I will go to you. Or it's understood, I will go there, right? I will go to the front of the station. And the guy says, onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu. Normally this means please. In this situation, they are meeting up. So they're meeting up somewhere. And I guess he's kind of like, he's not familiar with the area. He's kind of lost maybe. And he's just telling her where he is, hoping that she can find him. So she said, oh, I got it. I'll go there now. Eki no mae. Ikimasu. Ima ikimasu. I will go there. And so he's kind of like in this situation where he has to wait for her, and he has probably no other choice but to wait for her. So he says, onegai shimasu, onegai shimasu, which I guess you could translate in this situation to like, please come get me. Please come get me, or yeah, I'll wait here, something like that. Onegai shimasu, right? So one more time, let's start from the top. Moshi moshi, ima doko desu ka? Eki no mae desu. Wakarimashita. Ima ikimasu. Onegai shimasu. Okay, and just like that, they could hang up, you're done. Simple phone conversation. So normally in class, I would give you like 5 minutes to practice with someone nearby. If you want, you could pause this video and just practice with yourself or with someone nearby, I guess. Try this conversation. But for now, We have time, so I am going to move on to this activity. We have some options. Well, first of all, we have 5 people. Shin-san, Tanaka-san, Abe-san, Yan-san, Joy-san. We have these 5 people, and they're going to give us kind of, I believe it's a dialogue. They're going to give us a dialogue, and through the dialogue, we're going to figure out where they are, where each of them are. So here are the options. We have a train station. If you don't know, this is the train station. And you can see Shin-san is in front of the train station, so we can guess what he's gonna say. Part B, it looks like they're inside of the train station. Choice C here, it looks like they are in a coffee shop next to the train station. Choice D here, it looks like they are in front of a tall building next to a bank. In front of a tall building next to a bank. And choice E here, it looks like they are inside of some kind of temple, maybe otera, maybe a temple. So let's listen to each of the choices. They already have one done, but we're going to listen to one anyway for practice. So let me pull up the audio here. I'm just going to do this. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear it.
1もしもし、シンさん、今どこですか？
駅の前です。
駅の前ですね。今行きます。
お願いします。
Let's try it one more time. I'll break it down for you.
1、
Number 1.
もしもし、
So again, this is hello on the phone.
シンさん、今どこですか？
今どこですか? Where are you now, right?
駅の前です。
駅の前です. So again, he's in front of the train station.
駅の前ですね。
So she's confirming what she just said. This is a good way to confirm in Japanese. Repeat what they said. 駅の前ですね, and add ね as a confirmation. 駅の前ですね.
今行きます。
I'll go now.
お願いします。
Please. Please come get me. Right, so that's choice A, option A. Number 2, Tanaka-san. Let's listen.
2、
もしもし、田中さん、今どこですか？
喫茶店です。
え？喫茶店？喫茶店はどこですか？
駅の隣です。
ああ、わかりました。
Okay, one more time. Let's break it down.
2、
もしもし、
Hello,
田中さん、
Tanaka-san.
今どこですか？
Where are you now?
喫茶店です。
So this is the word for coffee shop or a traditional kind of coffee shop. 喫茶店. 喫茶店です. Right? I am at the coffee shop.
え？喫茶店？喫茶店はどこですか？
So now the caller is asking, where is the 喫茶店? 喫茶店はどこですか?
駅の隣です。
And he says, 駅の隣. So here's the eki and next to, right? Tonari. So actually, you know what? Let me show the words up here. Tonari, right? Next to. So it looks like option C is going to be the answer for number 2.
ああ、わかりました。
Got it. All right. Number 3, Abe-san.
3、
もしもし、安倍さん、今どこですか？
駅です。駅の中です。
はい。じゃあ、私も今行きます。
お願いします。
Okay, let's break it down.
3、
しもし、安倍さん、今どこですか？
Where are you, Abe?
駅です。
Eki desu. So she said, I am, well, basically she said, the station. The station, right? Eki desu.
駅の中です。
Eki no naka, right? Naka is inside. So inside of the station. It looks like B will be the answer. B.
はい。じゃあ、私も今行きます。
Hi. Okay, right? Hi can mean okay. Ja. Ja means well then. Watashi mo ikimasu. I will also go, right? Mo means also. Watashi I. Watashi mo me too. I will also ikimasu. Go.
お願いします。
Onegaishimasu. So it sounds like I'm whispering when speaking. That's probably how let me see. Someone mentioned it looks like it sounds like I'm whispering when I'm speaking. That's probably how, Facebook records the audio. Hopefully when the computer audio stops, my audio will come back on. I hope. Let me know if my audio does not come back up, and I will try something else. Let us listen to so the answer for that one was B, right? B for number 3. Number 4, Yansa.
4。もしもし、ヤンさん、今どこですか？
お寺の中です。
お寺？
古いお寺です。前に小さい店がたくさんあります。
ああ、わかりました。私も今行きます。
Okay. Did you catch that one? Let's play it one more time.
4。もしもし、ヤンさん、今どこですか？
お寺の中です。
お寺？
古いお寺です。前に小さい店がたくさんあります。
ああ、わかりました。私も今行きます。
Okay. So this one would be answer choice E, right? This is answer choice E for number 4. He said otera no naka ni, or otera no naka desu, right? Inside of the otera, which is temple, usually a Buddhist temple. I'm inside of the Buddhist temple. And then he also clarified which otera, or he gave some more specific information. He said, 前に、小さい店が, I think he said, 小さい店がたくさんあります. So he said, in front, 前に, in front, there are a bunch of small stores. When you play something, it sounds like you're whispering, and it takes a few seconds to go back to normal. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so hopefully my voice audio sounds normal here. Thank you for letting me know. So choice E, correct? He's inside of the otera, which leaves D, I believe, for number 5. But let's listen to 5 anyway. Joy-san.
5。もしもし、ジョイさん、今どこですか？
すみません、わかりません。
え、
ああ、高いビルの前です。ビルの隣は銀行です。
はい。じゃあ今行きます。
Okay, one more time for this one. Listen carefully.
5。もしもし、ジョイさん、今どこですか？
すみません、わかりません。
え、
ああ、高いビルの前です。ビルの隣は銀行です。
はい。じゃあ今行きます。
So this one, right, was answer choice D. Answer choice D. You'll notice the Joy-san, when she was asked, 今どこですか? 今どこですか? Where are you now? Joy-san said, すみません、わかりません。わかりません is a good phrase. It means I don't know. I don't know. わかりません。すみません. I'm sorry. And then the caller was shocked. She said, eh. Common reaction in Japanese when you are shocked. Eh? Right? Then Joy-san went to explain her surroundings. 高いビルの前です。Something, she said something to the degree of 高いビルの前です。I'm in front of 前 a 高いビル a tall building 高いビル right? We learned that last week. I believe. And then she says ビルの隣に銀行があります。ビルの隣に So next to the building or the buildings next to, right? 銀行があります which means there is a 銀行, there is a bank. So this is D. Okay, how was this activity? Was it a little challenging for you? Was it too hard? You could always come back to this video and try it again. Don't worry. So now, before we move on, I want to try a can do. I always love these can do's. If you go to a1.marugotoweb.jp, you can find these can do's. You have to navigate to the transportation lesson. I believe it's topic 7. And you can find these can do's. So let me play the video. I have the English ready. We'll watch it a few times.
山田さん、遅いですね。はい、もしもし。
あ、山崎さん。すみません。今、どこですか？
駅の南に喫茶店がありますね。喫茶店にいます。
あ、わかりました。今、行きます。
はい、気をつけて。もうすぐ来ますよ。
Oh, the acting in these videos just amazes me. I love it. All right, let's watch it one more time and break down each line. So, meeting up with friends. Miss Yamada hasn't arrived yet.
山田
Okay, Yamada-san, 遅いですね. 遅い is the word for slow or late. 遅いですね. Ne here could be translated as isn't she or right? She's late, right? She's late, isn't she?
遅いですね。はい。
Okay, common answer for a telephone call. Hi, もしもし。
もし。
山崎さん、すみません。今どこですか？今どこですか？ So she's saying, I'm sorry, すみません。今どこですか? Where are you now? Right? This is our phrase, our key phrase for today.
山崎さん。すみません。今、どこですか？
駅の
So now he's explaining where they are. 駅の南に喫茶店がありますね。So eki train station no minami. Minami, I think we discussed maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. It means south. South. So the southern end. And this ni here, this ni after minami, you see it a lot. It means at in this case. So at the south of the station or at the southern end of the station, 喫茶店がありますね. Kisaten is a coffee shop, a coffee shop. Ga arimasu. Ga arimasu is a structure that means there is or there exists, right? At some location, there exists. So he's saying at the southern end of the station, there exists a coffee shop, ne, and ne at the end is it's really, you're kind of confirming with someone else. Ne, right? You know, at the southern end, there's a coffee shop, you know?
ちなみに喫茶店がありますね。喫茶店にいます。
Alright, 喫茶店にいます. This is where he finally states where they are at, where they are located at. So again, ni here means at. 喫茶店に, so at the coffee shop, います. います is the verb meaning to be for animate things, for living things. So we are at, we exist at the coffee shop.
あ、わかりました。
Ah, わかりました. わかりました. This is one of our phrases we use all the time in class. I got it. Understood. わかりました. 今, now, 行きます. I will go. I will go now.
今、行きます。
はい。
はい。気をつけて. This is a phrase I think we learned 2 weeks ago, or last week, 2 weeks ago. 気をつけて. 気をつけてください. Which means take care. This is a set phrase. You should probably memorize it. It is very useful. We say it all the time in Japanese. 気をつけて. Take care.
気をつけて。
もうすぐ来ますよ. もうすぐ is a good phrase, which means soon or in a bit. Soon. もうすぐ来ます. 来ます is the verb to come. So in this case, soon, she is implied, will come. Yo. Yo is when you use yo when you think you're giving information to the listener, and you think the listener does not already know this information. もうすぐ来ますよ. She's gonna come. Okay.
すぐ来ますよ。
Trying to understand the relationship between these two people here. Are they business workers? Are they husband and wife? This is really interesting. He does speak formally, kind of formal to her, so I'm not thinking. I don't think they're husband and wife. Okay, let's try.
遅いですね。あ、マイです。今、どこですか？
ホールの前にいます。ホールの前にいます。
わかりました。今行きます。
お願いします。Please come.
じゃあ、行きましょう。
Alright, someone asked, can I write the phrase I do not know in Japanese? Yes. So the phrase I do not know, one more time, is わかりません. わかりません. So that's in hiragana, in romaji, わかりません. This means I don't know. Or it could also mean I don't understand. But a lot of the times it's used to mean I just don't know. わかりません. Very useful phrase. All right, let's try let's do the video one more time. I'll break down each line. You've come to the meeting place, but Mai and Toshiko aren't there. Oh no.
遅いですね。
遅いですね. This phrase was used in the previous video. 遅い again means slow or late. 遅いですね. They're late. Or aren't they? Right? This ne at the end means aren't they or isn't it?
あ、マイです。今、
Mai desu. So she's stating her name. Oh, it's Mai. マイです。今どこですか? Right? Our key phrase, where are you now?
どこですか?
So we've been dropped off in front of the hall. ホールの前. And we should say, ホールの前にいます. I am at the front of the hall.
わかりました。
わかりました. I got it. 今行きます. So now, 今行きます. I will go, or we will go.
行きます。
お願いします。お願いします。Help me.
じゃあ、行きましょう。
じゃあ。So usually じゃあ translates to, well then, okay. 行きましょう is a good phrase. It means let's go. Let's 行きましょう. And again, guys, you can access these videos for free at a1.marugotoweb.jp. I have the website right here, a1.marugotoweb.jp. You have to navigate to the, like if I go to home here, and my screen is like really zoomed in, so this is what it will look like. You just hit the right arrow button over here until you hit topic 7. We're doing topic 7 right now, and we are in lesson 14. And what we just did was can do 37. So again, you could try this can do later if you want, or even previous can do's. Okay, let us go back now to the curriculum. Let's finish up the curriculum with section 3. 何時までですか? 何時までですか? Nanji, if you remember, nanji means what time. What time? Made. Made we've discussed for the past like 4 or 5 weeks. Made, up to, or to, right? Up to what time? Desu ka makes it a question. Up to what time is it? What, when, basically, when does it close? Right? Would be a more natural English translation. So in this section, we're just looking at times. We're looking at boards with opening and closing times. So before we do that, let's look at some key phrases. 営業時間. 営業時間. Business hours. This is very important. I would go to a gym a lot in Japan, the city gym, public gym, and I would always make sure when it was open. And to do that, you have to look for these characters. 営業時間. 営業時間. Business hours. And sometimes I would see these characters. 定休日. 定休日, which means a holiday or a holiday. This is more like a kind of a we're closed day. On this day, we will be closed. That is a 定休日, right? Another useful phrase is 平日. 平日. Weekdays. Okay, Monday through Friday. 平日. 祝日. 祝日 is a public holiday. Maybe this is like, I don't know, Golden Week, right? Golden Week is coming up. That's the week of holidays in Japan. You could consider all of those shukujitsu, or the emperor's birthday, shukujitsu, right? Or the New Year's Day, shukujitsu, whatever. Public holidays. And then this is a very useful phrase, 年中無休. 年中無休, which means, it literally means all year inside, no break, which I guess would be better translated as all year, no break. In English, we say open 365 days of the year. Okay, 年中無休. So no breaks. This is probably only konbini, right? Convenience stores have 年中無休sometimes, I guess. Because convenience stores are always open, no matter what in Japan. It's crazy. So let's look for some information here. Let's look at sign number 1. I Asakusa Bunka Kankou Center. So this is a travel or tourist center in Asakusa, right? We see the times here, and you'll notice they use the 24-hour clock in Japan. So 20 o'clock really means 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. is their store hours. And do they ever close? No, they do not, because here we have Nenju Mukyu, open 365 days of the year. Oh, and actually they have it here in English. I just realized they have it in English. Open every day. That would be the Nenju Mukyu part. And interestingly, the times here are a little different. And I'm pretty sure that's because they are distinguishing between foreigners and regular Japanese people. Sometimes that happens. Okay, how about number 2? Here we go. 営業時間, right? 営業時間, business hours. So here are the business hours. 平日, right? Here are words that we learned. 営業時間, 平日. So weekdays. So they also have it in English. Monday through Friday from 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. And you'll notice they used the 12-hour clock in this instance. Interesting. And then they have separate hours for Saturday, Sunday, and holidays. Okay. Look at number 3 here. This is an ATM, and ATMs do close in Japan. They are open. Here's heijitsu again. Heijitsu, weekdays from 8:45 to 1900. And then on Saturday, Sunday, and holidays, right? This is shukujitsu, holidays, 9 to 1700. Let's look at this sign in number 4. We have, this is some kind of park or large garden or something. They open from 9:30 to 1700. I keep saying 1700, that would be 5 p.m. 5 p.m. And then the basically this middle time is interesting. This is the last hour that you can get into the park. So that would be 4 p.m. So an hour before close is when they stop admitting people. And then the time at which they would like you to stop doing whatever you're doing, whether it's sightseeing or looking around, would be 4:30. In Japan, things are really timely. If you've ever gone to Japan and like sat in a restaurant or a family style restaurant at around closing time, you will suddenly start to hear this special song play over the intercom system. And it is, what is it called? Auld Lang Syne, I think it's called in English, but it's the New Year song. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I think that's it. Is that the right song? Anyways, all the restaurants will play this song over the intercom at around closing time to let the customers know, please leave the store. I always found that very interesting that Japan does that. And number 5, here we have 営業時間, the business hours. We have heijitsu, so weekdays, and this character is interesting. It means the daytime, so daytime hours from 11 to 2. They will close. This happens, it's very common with some stores. They close around lunchtime and then they reopen. So nighttime, this is the character for nighttime. On the weekdays, they open from 6 p.m. to, it looks like 9:30, okay? And then this LO here is actually from English, last order. Last order is at 9 o'clock p.m. apparently. And then on the weekends, so Saturday and Sunday, it's open from 11 to 3 p.m. And you'll notice they have Tekyubi right here. Tekyubi. It's a time that they always close the store. That would be every week on Monday, the third Sunday. So, I mean, if you just know some key phrases like the ones down here, you could easily manage to read signs and business hours in Japan. So never fear. I want to end this lesson today with a discussion on culture. So Japanese towns. You'll notice a bunch of, you'll see all of this everywhere in Japan. Convenience stores, right? Japan loves their convenience stores. There's actually a really interesting documentary on YouTube. I believe you can just type in Japanese convenience store and there's a history on convenience stores. It's really cool. They took the American model, they imported it into Japan basically, and they put a Japanese spin on it in terms of management and like product management and store management. And boom, ever since then, convenience stores just exploded in the country. So look on YouTube for that documentary. Really interesting stuff. Two, over here we have vending machines. Japan loves their vending machines. They are literally everywhere. Even in the middle of nowhere, you will just see a random vending machine. So you'll never really go hungry wherever you are in Japan. Three, I love this. In Japan, they are very passionate about their manhole covers for some reason. Each city or ward can have their own design. So you'll see different designs everywhere you go. And some people have turned it into a hobby of finding all the different designs and like taking pictures. Actually, I did that. I did that when I was in Japan living over there. And I believe last summer I found some special manhole covers. I took pictures. I have a bunch of different pictures of different Japanese manhole covers. It's really cool how creative you can get with a maybe 2 foot by 2 foot circle. Number 4, koban. These are police boxes. I hear, before I went to Japan, I heard you could see these everywhere, like they're so common. But when I was actually in Japan, um, they weren't as common as I thought they would be. But you can find them and they're useful if you want like directions for something or if you've lost something. A lot of times people will take your lost items to a koban. There's city maps at koban. You could, if you're looking for a specific place, you could ask the police officers there, could you help me? Koban. Number 5, bicycle racks. Japan loves bicycles, especially if you're near a university. I lived in a college town in Japan, and gosh, people commuted by bike everywhere. It was crazy. And 6, these red boxes here are post boxes or mail boxes, basically public mail boxes, mail drop off, right? This is where you would put in your letters that you want to be mailed. And this special symbol here on the front, it kind of looks like a T with an extra line on top. That is the Japanese. It's not really a character that you use in writing, but it is a symbol for mail, yubin for post in Japan. Okay, so now let's take a look at some videos. Again, if you go to a1.marugotoweb.jp, you can scroll down to this life and culture button right here. So I'm going to click on that. And there's a bunch of free videos you can watch about Japanese culture. So we are going to do right here, these 3 videos in the short time that we have left. Hopefully we can get through them all. Walking around town. I hope this full screen.
こんにちは。今日は街を歩いてみましょう。ここは交番です。道がわからないとき、教えてくれます。これはポストです。手紙を入れます。これは飲み物の自動販売機です。冷たいものや温かいものがあります。買ってみましょう。温かいです。他にもいろいろな自動販売機があります。
Rice.
これは点字ブロックです。視覚障害者が歩くとき、役に立ちます。これはマンホールです。いろいろなデザインがあります。これは電柱です。電線や電話線をつなぐためのものです。ゴミを捨てるとき、気をつけてください。ペットボトルはこちら。キャップはこちらに捨てます。ここは新しい町です。高いビルです。ここは古い町です。伝統的な家が並んでいます。
Okay. So one thing I do want to point out here that you saw was the way of throwing away garbage in Japan. So in Japan, there are many rules for throwing away garbage. When I first moved into my dorm in Japan, I remember getting a whole sheet in Japanese explaining how to throw away garbage and the different types of garbage. It was really complicated at the time. Now I got used to it, but it was at the beginning, it's complicated. I saw the word pet bottles on there, PET in all caps, pet bottles. And I thought, why did they have bottles for your pets? Actually, that's not the case. Pet bottle means a plastic bottle, like a plastic water bottle. So please be careful when you're reading about pet bottles. Let's learn about shopping arcades and greengrocers and Japanese sweets.
ここは商店街です。日本には長い商店街がたくさんあります。こんにちは。
こんにちは。いらっしゃい。
八百屋さんですね。
はい、そうです。
季節のお野菜はどんなものがあります？
今時期でしたらタケノコですね。
タケノコ
がね、今一番美味しい旬ですからね。はい。果物はあとイチゴ。イチゴは結構年中あるようで、今が一番美味しい時期なんですね。
真っ赤でいい色してますね。
そう。あとはもう薄いエンドウ。いいですね。薄いエンドウは豆ご飯とかね、いろいろ使い道ありますからね。卵とじとかね。
いいですね。お料理が楽しみですね。
そうですね。今はね、何でも美味しい時期だからね。はい。
ありがとうございました。
はい、そうです。
こんにちは。
いらっしゃいませ。ようこそ。
和菓子屋さんですね。はい。最近売れているものは、
季節柄春ですので、桜餅とか、こういうお花見団子がよく出ております。
花見団子、いいですね。もうそれにしてもたくさんのお菓子で、落雁とか。
はい。お菓子ばっかりありますけどね。
これは季節の。
はい。これ季節の上生菓子って言って、季節に応じて作ってる、お菓子ですね。生菓子です。
これはピンクですが。
これはね、三好野って言ってついてますけど、桜の花びらをイメージしてる。
桜の花びら。かわいい。
これはね、竹しぶき。青いお店をあしらってますけどね。
もう、色とりどりで素敵ですね。
そうですね。
これ美味しそうですね。
これタケノコなんですけどね。
タケノコ。
一つ食べてみられますか？
いいですか？
はい。
ありがとうございます。うわ、美味しそうですね。かわいらしい。タケノコの形してます。いただきます。
はい、どうぞ。
美味しいです。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Japanese sweets. 美味しそう。And finally, a knife shop and kimono shop in Japan.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
たくさんの包丁がありますが、ここに3本の包丁があります。
はい。
これはどういった包丁なんでしょうか？
こちらが出刃包丁、刺身包丁、
はい。
鎌形薄刃と言います。泣き荷包丁ともまた言いますけれども、
はい。
出刃はお魚を三枚におろしたりする包丁です。三枚におろしたものをスライスする、刺身にする包丁。そしてこちらは野菜を切る包丁。ということで。
用途によって大きさとか形が違うんですね。
そうですね。だからお魚が大きくなれば当然包丁も大きくなるということです。
なるほど。
はい。
ありがとうございました。
はい、いいえ、どういたしまして。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
ここは何を売られているお店ですか？
着物を売っております。はい、
どんな時に皆さん着物を買いますか？
成人式の時とか、結婚式の時ですね。
そうですか。綺麗ですね。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
kimono ね。The traditional Japanese garments, I guess you could say. If you go to Tokyo, there are many kind of, this video called them shopping arcades, but really they're just like outdoor shopping malls or streets with a bunch of vendors on the sides, and you could have a bunch of different kinds of stores like these, a knife shop, you could have kimono store, Japanese traditional candy store, all these different things. I took my family to Tokyo, specifically Asakusa area, I believe it was Asakusa in Tokyo, and there was a kimono shop that we went to. Kimono can be very expensive, and real kimono can be like heavy, very heavy and tight to wear, especially for females usually. But there's also kind of cheaper kimono that still look nice and they aren't as heavy or as tight. So when I took my family to Tokyo, we found a nice kimono store, and my mom picked a nice blue one out, and it was nice. She got to wear it the way you should wear it, the proper folding and tying. And after that, I don't think she ever put it back on again. It's probably sitting somewhere in her big house in Virginia. But you can find kimono, nice kimono, cheap but nice kimono really easily if you go to Tokyo. So again, there's a bunch of cultural videos here on a1.marugotoweb.jp. I encourage you to explore this website a little more. Here's some more information in case you want to read this later. Go ahead, pause the video. I will point out really quickly these symbols. So Japanese maps have specific symbols on them that mean different things. This is obviously the Torii Gate symbol that represents a Shinto shrine. This one can represent hospitals. The open book can represent libraries. And this one, that kind of looks like bread with steam coming off of it, is actually a onsen for hot spring. This is the hot spring symbol. If you even go to Google Maps, and look around Japan, find Japan in the world, zoom in, go to a big city, maybe Tokyo or wherever, and you will see these same symbols being used. It's really interesting because Google will actually use Japanese symbols while in Japan. I think that's like amazing that they can do that. Well, thank you guys. I think I'm going to wind down here. We're a little bit 5 minutes early, but that's okay. Thank you guys for joining me. Probably, most likely, we will do this same format again next week. You can stay on this page on Facebook to join the live bilingual Bible study that we are having right after this. I will hopefully see you guys next week. Thank you for joining.